I just thought I'd hop on here and record real quick. Feeling uninspired, so took a ride down to one of my favorite little donut shops out here on Union, right there, Midtown Donuts. And there's this church here. There you go, Idlewild Presbyterian Church. It's been here ever since I can remember. But I don't know that I've ever just like really in-depth looked at this thing. Always from a distance, never up close. Now, mind you, I used to get kicked off of here when I was a punk kid and had no respect, and we'd come skateboard here and they would throw us off, rightfully so, because all this marble and whatnot is ancient, you know, old as old gets. But man, just looking over the detail of this stuff and how things were made, down to the stained glass, the little pieces that are put in. Now, did they do that because they took a mistake and used that as artistic freedom? I don't really know. Or was it intentional? Is there some sort of significance behind it? I have no clue. Down to the handmade pulls, the stops for the doors with the rolled edges. I mean, it is just unreal. The light fixtures, I mean, you name it, down to the gutter work. I mean, obviously this has been put in recently, or more recent, and been changed, but the hold down for that, which isn't on it, it's got a little pendant on it. This one's still there, and it looks like that's probably newer because someone probably stole it. Now, on the other hand, that. But yeah, a lot of the glass has these little just pieces in them up there. And like I say, I don't know if the stained glass person just made mistakes and recreated it or used that as artistic freedom. But these old churches just are always unreal. I mean, the gutter work is in itself crazy, which was the early days of basically the type of thing that I do. Now, mind you, I hand make stuff out of metal, but this stuff is just unreal. It's a piece of jewelry. The glass people, the window treatments, like, it's unreal how that was made and the people that crafted. Yeah, the bell tower is unreal, so I'm going to try and zoom in on the bell tower, because if you look closely, there's figures on all four corners. Now, I'm not positive. I would assume that those figures were Jesus, because Jesus is the cornerstone, but if you look, there's figures on each one of those as well. I mean, it's just crazy. The craftsmanship, the attention to detail that was done on these old churches. And really, to be honest with you, I think you'd be hard-pressed to recreate this in modern times, even with the modern machinery that we have. And most of this stuff was most likely done by hand, 100 years ago, if not more, which is just crazy. I got donuts. Yeah. Like I said, favorite donut shop. Little glaze right there. But yeah, back to the church. Looks like, look at that. It looks like a courtyard pulpit, which I guess was a thing. I don't know if they still do that. I'd like to come visit this church during operating hours. And then, like, again, that other door over there had the figures on the corners of the doors. This one does not. Why? What's the symbolicism behind that? God, the handmade light fixtures. And the gutter work is just unreal. The carved out windows. And if you notice, these windows also have little corners out of the glasses that they did. I'm not really sure what the significance of that is. And these little door hangers are just super cool. You know, just look at that. That is absolutely handmade. Just unreal. You know. And I mean, okay, so this one's blatantly handmade and original, right? You see the craftsmanship behind this, the beauty of it, the sharp point, the hard edge, the swoop in the belly that wraps around. I mean, it is just a work of art down to the duck-tailed little end there. Okay, now, obviously, this one either got broke or stolen and someone replaced it. This is modern day, right here. Some cheap, not well-crafted garbage. Just crazy. Just crazy. Again, completely different door pulls. Obviously handmade. Down to the woodwork. And the hinges. Just the slides. For the lower hinge, which is the bulkiest, most serious part. Right? And that's actually what locks it into place. Both of those have had repairs done on them, you can see. Obviously modern repairs, because they're not done well, you know. And I think maybe that's kind of what gets me about modern society, is things have a tendency to be done so half-heartedly these days. And that's pretty interesting. Show you this. Behind this bush, there's a little kanji back there. You can see that. Not really sure what that's about, but I think this little courtyard may be like a dedication area, you know, maybe for donations or people that partner with the church, and that could be somebody's name for all I know. In kanji, maybe. Yeah, just crazy. Anyways, needed some inspiration today because I was struggling, and decided to take a quick stroll to grab a donut and a kolache, and thought I'd take instead of 30 minutes sitting in a restaurant doing nothing, take 30 minutes and walk around this just work. Again, so many minute details. There's figures up there, there's figures on the sides. You can see, let me try and zoom in. Right there, there's figures. That one looks like some sort of monk. I'll be willing to bet the one straight up in the middle, right there somewhere. Oh, hard enough to see, right there. I'd be willing to bet that is a Pope figure because it's got that P on it. And then also, I noticed if you look up there, there's this symbol. It's like a triangle with a cross, and it looks like it's on a shield. And then you look at this other side, and there's that, but it's a completely different symbol on the shield. It is a P with an X over it. Maybe that's a Pope thing too. But regardless, it's just the old architecture and the old buildings and the craftsmanship that went into it is just unreal. Along with the symbolism that they put into everything. It's almost like every trade at that point in time was an absolute artisan, and they put pieces of their soul into their work, you know, and you just don't see that anymore. Here's like the hand in the cross. The cross almost looks Celtic in design. I believe those to be two turtle doves. I'm not really sure about the peacock. I do love the anchor. And then on this side, I'm not sure what kind of flower that is. And on the other side, there's a rose, which of course I love. Down to the little lion's heads on the tops of the door sides. And again, more handmade hardware, obviously handmade doors. And it's over the entire building. I don't think that modern day we could even begin to build something of this stature. I don't think we have the craftsmen for it. I don't think we have people that have the heart and soul for it at all, which is unfortunate, sad in a way, really. Only makes me long for the way that things used to be. I thought this was cool too. From other foundations can no man lay than that is laid, which is Jesus Christ. 1926. So I think this building was built in 1926. So yeah, almost 100. If that's right. If that's actually the build date. It says AD 1926. Just unreal. Anyways, slate marble roof. So, anyways, thought I'd share the weirdness of me, you know, when I feel uninspired. I do things like this, and yeah, it helps for some reason. Anyways, you all have a good day. We'll see you next time.